Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for Agent Carter, Season 2, Episode 10, also the season finale, Hollywood Ending. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me are Cleo.
Hello.
And John.
Hello.
I'm sure Rachel would love to have opinions, but unfortunately, she is not with us tonight. So...
Made it sound like she died.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
She's fine.
She's fine. She's fine.
By heaven, we mean work.
Anyway, this episode. 2 seasons now.
Yeah.
In the wraps. In the wind. Good? I don't know. Do you guys think we're going to get a 3rd season? Is the question I want to ask right off the bat.
Well, they set it up.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if we don't, I'm going to be really upset.
I think not only Marvel, but the fans can fight for it, even if it doesn't make an appearance on ABC.
Just Netflix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix will pick it up.
I think it has a future, whether ABC takes it or not.
All right. I love it. There we go.
You can't just shoot Thompson and not say anything about it, ever.
And also, the pin's a key.
Right.
Pin's a key.
He discovered that the pin is a key.
And shared that information like a good person.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. Good man. Unfortunately, now he's dead. Which sucks.
Listen, guys.
Go on.
I knew it almost as soon as the scene started. Not that early. But he was talking on the phone, and it was just like fluff stuff. And I'm like, okay, what's the purpose of this scene? Why at the end would we be seeing Thompson
gonna die?
And as soon as the door was knocked on, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be Dottie, and she's gonna kill him.
Well, because it was just such a weird scene where I was like, something's gonna happen. Also because everything went so smoothly.
Yeah, everything did go so smoothly. And was anybody else somewhat disappointed by the final showdown?
No.
I mean, I was kind of expecting more. I don't know why.
Well, the thing is, I thought of that too. And I was like, well, Dottie didn't really do anything in that final showdown. She just kind of showed up, got shot, and
not Dottie.
left. Not Dottie. Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney.
Bullshit. Same person.
Wow.
Yeah, that would just piss Whitney off. That's why I said it. But I was like, all right, what could realistically have happened? They can't fight her.
Right.
We know, they can't hurt her. She can hurt them. She can kill them easily. So I was like, what? I don't know what kind of fight there would be. You can't run from zero matter. So realistically, unless any of them had superpowers, which they don't, I don't really see how there was going to be any kind of real direct confrontation. I mean, look, she got hit by a car.
She did,
earlier on, which was really
Jarvis,
great.
you hit someone with my car.
You hit a woman with my car.
Oh.
Can we just talk about how just the way that Howard leans out of the car and says that is just the funniest thing in the entire...
it's happened before.
She's a 2-time Academy Award nominee, for Christ's sake.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Whitney Frost is quite resilient. She'll be fine. She's quite resilient. I just love that. Okay.
Jarvis, you hit a woman with my car.
So, a lot of comedy this episode. They really took the whole lighthearted tone of Agent Carter and really, showcased that more than, I would say, any other episode this season so far. At least, that's what I noticed while watching it. They give you the flashback, it's 60 seconds earlier. Really? That kind of a flashback? Not last year, last week, 15 years ago. It was just a minute ago.
Just now.
Just now. It happened 60 seconds ago. In fact, you've already seen it. It was the end of last episode.
Yeah.
I was honestly expecting Peggy to shoot Jack dead there and then. Well, not dead, but shoot him.
Or shoot him in
least.
the shoulder and
Or shoot the thing out of his hand.
Yeah.
But none of that happened. I mean, how many different... We predicted, like, 3 different ways that scene can end last week, and we were all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason's blowing up shockwave knocked everybody down. And, yeah.
He dispelled all of his zero matter.
He expelled all of it. He's perfectly fine in one piece. And Whitney slurps it all up like some kind of hungry, hungry monster.
Gross.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. I could assume Vernon is dead.
No.
Yeah.
No, because they talk about him. They talk about Thompson getting all of his associates out of him. Vernon's not dead.
No, honey, he's dead.
That wasn't...
That wasn't...
That was someone else. He said, he got all of Vernon's associates out of this guy. Not sure who it was, though.
I mean, if he's not dead, it's going to be like a big plot twist thing. Because, like, oh my god, he got zero mattered and now he shot Jack in the hotel. You know.
He was... You know what?
Right.
That could have been possible. He was half liquid the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know. He's Schrodinger's Vernon at this point. We don't really know what he is.
Yeah, we really don't know what's going on there.
But as far as the characters in the show are concerned, he's dead.
Yeah, okay. Now let's talk about Zero Matter for a second. The way Jason described it, because he said he was on the other side of the rift, and it's a darker than dark, like a blacker than black, and it's all Zero Matter, has consumed everything. It's like a disease. It wants to infect a new place and consume it all. I was really hoping for the Venom symbiote, like, set up there. Like, you have no idea how badly I wanted that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It could have been their own little spin on it. Like, setting it up, back in the Agent Carter days and not, coming up to Civil War when they're introducing Spider-Man, supposedly.
And woogity woogity Venom.
Woogity woogity Venom. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we're no closer to knowing what it is and what impact it may have had on the Marvel Universe.
Nope.
Yeah.
At this point.
Not at all.
And I'm kind of sad about that. But, what are we going to do? Now, is anybody surprised at all that the car salesman, Joe Manfredi, the mobster car salesman, is Howard Stark's bestie?
I was a little shocked, yeah.
I
but
was
once
pretty
they started
surprised.
shedding, I'm like, oh, it makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's kind of was my reaction to it. And I asked, is anybody surprised? Because it's like, why should we be? Of course he's friends with Howard Stark. Why the fuck wouldn't he be? They're both from New York.
They just,
Travis,
yeah.
would you please put down the mustard?
Oh, let him put down the condiment. And then he lets him. I'm like, really? You're letting him put down the mustard? And I'm like, Howard Stark cares more about mustard than Jarvis's life here? And then it all made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jarvis putting his hands up was the cutest thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Jarvis was adorable the whole episode.
Yeah. He was like, the last few weeks he had been decidedly not Jarvis for obvious reasons, and he's feeling better.
Yeah, he's, 180 dad. He's back to his usual self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of great character development this season. A lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they steal Whitney's equations for the rift generator. They have a cute little argument over what to name it.
Oh my god, that whole interaction, because Peggy just walks in and is like, what's happening? They're arguing over naming rights, and she's like, god fucking damn it. Children.
Why don't you all name it a little bit?
The most radiant minds. You can see their egos growing.
Yep. It was terrifying. Now,
Way too funny.
the one character...
Just them all like look off into the distance when she said they had radiant minds.
Like, we do. Now, the one character I really want to know about is the chubby henchman that Joe Manfredi was beating the crap out of for show, obviously, to keep Whitney's attention. And then when she goes to, like, do the thing, he's like, all right, I'm sorry, I sold you out to the feds. Like, his face is like,
What?
Dude,
Brady was like, "What the hell, man?"
Now I have to kill you.
now I have to kill you.
That was way too funny.
Oh, I loved it. So he was sold out to the feds.
She's like, "Honey, do the thing."
Yeah, do the thing. Come on, baby.
The Slurpee uppy thing.
Do the thing. Scare the crap out of him. But, I mean, getting back to the whole confrontation, I guess I could see why it happened that way. Because she was pretty single-track mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open rift, get more black goo.
Get the zero matter or bust.
Exactly. So she senses the portal. She just walks right up to it. I mean, she's walking at it. Right off to her right is, a big sci-fi looking cannon thing with 5 people huddled around it. You would think peripheral vision, but no, she was
No.
focused.
Yeah, it drove her
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, quite literally.
And without it, it just kept getting crazier.
Yeah. That whole scene with her at the end, I'm like, wait, her husband's dead. What the fuck is this? Is this some kind of, zero matter entity? Is this, taking on the form of her dead husband?
Well, no, you
Is
see,
this- Is the
I knew
zero
she
matter
was-
gone and everyone can get spit out?
There was that, too. Did it spit back everybody?
I knew she was hallucinating it because she was in her closet. Like with her vanity. She hasn't really been back to the house yet.
Oh, yeah, good point.
since her husband died, so there's no way she would be there.
Well, she's locked up in a loony bin.
And
She's
trying
in
to scratch
love.
zero
Cuckoo
matter out of her face.
Yeah. You can't give her those. She's going to try to claw her face open with them. All right, then.
Doing
I
God's
mean,
work, did Joe.
I got the whole megalomania thing going crazy, trying to destroy the world and everything, but that kind of sucks to have, probably one of the most brilliant scientists living is now in a crazy house.
Yeah. Because power drove her crazy.
Yes, power corrupts.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, I mean, that's in, on one side of the coin. Wilkes was the other, where he didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And it still corrupts.
I mean, it still made him a little crazy, but not that crazy.
Yeah.
Well, he even said himself, it doesn't add what wasn't there.
Yeah.
That part of you is there already.
It just brings it out.
She was
we
already
got
crazy.
we got enough backstory of Whitney is that she really just needed an excuse.
She needed
Mhm.
a push. And that was that push.
She had an excuse.
Black goo tentacles that could absorb people. I mean, there's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Now, I was mentioning this before we went live. Yesterday I see a Facebook status from John that says, Agent Carter, my feelings. So I'm like, oh my god, who's dead? Someone's dead. Something happened. This is terrible. So the whole time I'm watching the episode today, I'm like, no,
You're just
no.
like,
Sousa is tied to a pole trying to manually shut down the generator. And I'm just like, no, he's dead. He's going to get
don't
sucked
let
in.
it be Sousa.
Who's your precious baby? I can't handle him.
I can't either. Oh, and I like when he asked Jason, like, why'd you put the gun on her and not me? He's like, I knew you'd fold, because I would have.
And let's face it, she's stronger than both of you.
Very true. Probably than both of you combined. And thank God Zeus is not dead. I love him too much.
Thank God.
I love the character.
He's amazing.
And then sudden makeout session.
Yay!
Finally.
Yeah, she just dives on him practically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had a good point. So I can't save your life, but you have to save mine at all costs. Okay.
Yes, now shut up
Fine.
and let me kiss you.
Shut up and open your mouth.
There you go. Yeah.
About damn time.
And that was after she was all ready to get in a taxi and leave on her own. And Anna gets home and is just like, Jarvis goes in the house all sad. She's like, just let him drive you. That was the most precious moment ever.
We'll never hear the end of it.
We'll never hear the end of it. All right, fine, I suppose. Darling! And he's like, just...
He grabs the bags.
He flies down the stairs. Jarvis is a precious creature.
Yes. Yes, I'll drive my best friend to the airport.
Drive me anywhere you want.
But you could tell, like, she was trying to leave without, seeing
she
the
was
people
what?
who would give her an excuse to stay.
Well, she was trying to leave without seeing Anna as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Because,
Now, here's the two ominous things that this sets up. The end of this. One, Jack is dead. We don't know who killed him. It could have been a nameless Soviet spy. It could have been Vernon not dead. Could have been Dottie wearing man's shoes. Like, we don't know. And the file that Jack pulled out, like the fake,
Yeah.
Peggy Carter did some crazy shit in the war file, it said M. Carter. Her brother's name was Michael. So,
Shut up.
oh, we're stupid.
and as
Shut
soon as I
up.
see that, I was like, I didn't think of that. I was writing notes for this, what we're doing right now, 30 minutes ago, and that's when it hit me. I'm like, wait, it said M. Carter. Oh my god, her brother's name is Michael. Oh my god, it was a real file. Wrong Carter. And we don't know what he did in the war. All we know is he was killed in action.
Yeah, there's no. Oh my god, shut up.
Uh-oh.
It's not okay.
So, and I don't think Jack realized that then either.
No, not at all.
Just saw M. Carter and was like, okay, Margaret, Peggy.
Oh, and that brings up some other things. Because when Thompson confronted her, I just thought about that. Thompson confronted her, said it was like in whatever of 1944. Like, yes, I was in the war, same as you. Her brother died before that. Didn't he? Wasn't it like 41 or something like that?
Maybe.
Whenever she was getting married?
Yeah.
Well, she joined immediately after his death.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that could have been the same year she joined.
True. Well, either I got my timing wrong, or her brother wasn't dead, or that was just a tidbit made up for Vernon's fake file there.
I don't know.
But I like the whole fact that it was probably him. I hope.
It would make more sense than to just make up a file about Peggy.
Either that, or she's capable of having, a good poker face. Because she was just like, isn't it convenient that this came up now? So either she was doing a really good job of hiding it, or it was, like she said, fake.
Or she didn't realize, none of them realized it was about her brother.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes a lot more sense, because I don't think Peggy would... I think we would have gotten that out of Peggy already. Like, there would have been allusions to that at some point.
Like, if she did some crazy, Black Ops covert shit.
Yeah, we would have kind of gotten inklings of it in, the last season, probably,
Mm-hmm.
It was, bait for this season. But, this just... Right, I mean, it was, like she said, it was too convenient. And, clearly was not about her. And, well, if it's not, that makes a lot more sense. And maybe... her brother, yes, died in the war. Could be before that. But if he was part of some secret operation, he could have faked his death, for some reason or another.
I was actually just thinking that, and I'm looking for the date that she joins the army.
Not like it hasn't been done before.
Yeah. I mean, especially if it's that bad. They fuck lie about that.
No, she joined in 1940.
Oh, it was 1940.
Oh, so that's actually, the timing's right. Wow.
Faked his own. I mean, how many times?
Right. If Michael had to fake his death to do a thing,
that
could be a file on him, which would make sense why it's so heavily redacted.
Yeah.
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 Every word except for an, and the.
Yeah.
Is all redacted.
Yeah.
So, oh man. And then, we also got the key. The
Arena Club key.
The Arena Club key.
And what is it a key to?
Whatever Dottie wanted.
We don't know.
Whatever.
Does Dottie know, though?
She went out of her way to get that pin in the very first episode.
Yeah.
So we can assume that she knows that either she knows it's a key, or whoever wanted her to get it knows it's a key.
Yeah, I think that's more likely, because we still don't know why she was after it.
She tends to be the muscle.
Yeah.
So someone probably sent her. I bet she has no idea.
Well then.
Don't ask too many questions and such.
No. So they've done a great job leaving some open ends for a potential season 3, which I really want. I mean, I enjoy the show a lot, probably more than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I enjoy that show a lot too.
I enjoy them for very different reasons.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I enjoy them both for very different reasons.
This show's just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
Doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's nice. It's a break from like watching The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or whatever, which is like every time. This show is like I can relax and just like laugh and have a good time, but still get some cool kick-ass action.
Yeah, right. Because Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, like you just mentioned, both of those, your favorite characters are always in mortal danger.
Right. Peggy's not going to die. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have
alive in Civil War. Or not Civil War. I mean Winter Soldier.
Yes, she's alive in Winter Soldier. She survived.
Right.
heavy dementia.
Yeah.
That's
super
Alzheimer's.
sad.
Well, and we know Howard Stark and Jarvis both survive at least long enough for Tony Stark to be born.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can actually. Let me look up what year he dies.
There you go. But as far as the rest of the characters they made up for the show, Seuss is probably the only one I'm emotionally invested in.
Oh my god.
He's the one they're going to keep dangling by a string. Like, we could kill him.
See, this is my thing. I actually really like Jack.
Really?
As much of an asshole as he is, I do like him. And I didn't want him to die. I knew he was gonna. But I was like, someone's dying. It's going to be Jack. Because they've been building him up and, giving him this really great arc. He had a great story in this. Like, he had to deal with something that was, Vernon really did prey on his one true weakness, his ego. And, really his insecurity is really what it is. He played on his insecurity.
His need to be the Boy Scout.
Right. And it was really sad. I'm sad to see him go, honestly. He was really coming around, and, like, I feel like he could have been a cool, how many Beatles are we up to now? 7th? Jesus Christ, that team's getting big. So,
yeah, Vernon played on his ego, but he didn't just blindly follow. He sort of was at the beginning, but he looked into it and knew it was shady shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vernon was a friend and a mentor. Of course he's going to follow blindly-ish in the beginning. Yeah. Probably trusted him implicitly at the beginning.
I mean, it sucks. But, hey,
I can see that. Yeah. Good character arc. There were a lot of good arcs. Him and Jack, Whitney were both really good. Jarvis was fucking fantastic. Like, for a while, I thought Jarvis was going to go dark side. If Anna died, it would have been... Oh,
forget it. Sith Lord Jarvis.
Darth Jarvis. That actually works, Darth Jarvis.
I like that.
I like it, too.
I find your lack of cakes disturbing.
So, Howard Stark dies in 1991.
Whoa. All right.
We got plenty of time.
We knew he was around in the 80s with Hank Pym. He was still working for S.H.I.E.L.D. then.
True. All right.
Peggy was there.
Peggy was there.
Mm-hmm. So, is there anything else you guys want to mention aside from please renew this for season 3?
Man, I just really liked the scene with Peggy and I was gonna call him Thompson. Peggy and Thompson, where he's like, "You're not gonna dig into me. You're not just gonna like rip me a new one. I messed up." And she's like, "No, whatever. I get it."
Yeah.
Proving she is the bigger man.
Yeah, he kind of proved that he was a big man too. He took their food orders.
At this rate, the food orders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what?
He did it humbly.
I'm gonna get the food orders.
It's like, I'm gonna do that for you.
You know what? I can do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Well, yeah. Howard Stark, he's out of his element a little bit with 3 crazy scientists trying to build, a death ray.
Yeah.
All right then.
I wonder. I wonder if my only other thing I was going to say is I wonder if that like laser cannon, or the light cannon, whatever it is like going
Gamma
to
cannon.
be a gamma cannon. Is that somehow going to be a precursor to like something with the arc reactor in some way?
They did mention palladium sometime this season, right?
Yeah, she
Right.
was.
Well, that was Whitney reading his plans about a palladium core, but I was just like thinking, like I don't know, it kind of looked like one of Iron Man's like, repulsor shots out of his hand.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe.
It's possible the core he made for that could have something to do with going into an arc reactor.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they? God, I don't think. Does he even call it that? I think that's what it's called in the comics, but
No, they call it an arc reactor.
They call it an arc reactor
no,
in
the
the show.
repulsor blast, the thing he shoots out of his hands.
Oh, I don't think they ever call that anything.
In the first Iron Man, he doesn't call it a repulsor blast, but repulsor technology is mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Like Jarvis does, I think, does call them
Because
repulsors at some
it's
point.
not like a
Bernie
beam. It's a pushy beam.
Yeah.
It's impact, not
Yeah,
Ellie's.
not incinerate.
Concussive energy, something.
Yeah. I don't know. I just got this weird thought. I was like, that looks kind of like what Iron Man shoots. I wonder if that's I don't know. Probably just coincidence, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I like how our brains work with coincidence, because you see something that's Iron Man, you're like, ooh, Iron Man. And I see something that's like Bucky, and I'm like, ooh, Bucky.
I'm just sitting here not
I'm playing to my
coincidence.
strengths. What can I say?
Yeah.
So that's settles the gap between Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. break, which this show does a fantastic job of filling, and they really need to keep doing it.
Yes.
Please, don't let it go.
No, I mean, they learned their lesson, I guess, with because Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, they should have did that with that show. It should have been a break show. Instead, they showed it at the same time,
and it flopped.
Hey, it did flop for it, and it wasn't a bad show.
No, it was not.
Just too much.
Yeah, it was too much at once, and I have a feeling that if Agent Carter was shown concurrently with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it might have flopped too.
Yeah.
I would believe that.
I mean, I also think Wonderland had a few other things that stopped it from being a success.
And it's not even that the show is really good. It's also like a really important show, I think, for the world to have right now. Because, Peggy is a really great, person to look up to for, like, a young girl. And, even young boys might see, like,
Damn
okay,
it, my
that lady
Peggy's
can
upstairs.
guess. Like, it's like more than what it is. And it's culturally significant. And that's, like, the big thing for me. I'm like, please, God, do not let Peggy just fall into the ether, because she's so important. Like, if this girl's some more comic books, I don't know, anything.
Yeah. I mean, they do. They have a whole, like, Agents of Carter. Not Agents of Carter.
Agents of Carter.
They have a whole Agent Carter comic book.
They just named the whole fucking bureau after her.
Yeah.
Why not?
But I don't think Marvel will let it die. They clearly have story places they want to take this. If ABC doesn't pick it up, they're gonna do it.
Christ, they have like 50 some odd years to go through. So
yeah, and Marvel has, if it doesn't work out for broadcast television, there's always Netflix. Marvel is developing a lot of shows for Netflix now. I mean,
and they've been like some of the most successful shows on Netflix.
Daredevil's so soon.
Daredevil's so soon. It's coming. Well, yeah, it's this month, right?
15 days.
Daredevil.
I wanted to rewatch the first season. That's not happening in time.
I don't know if it's gonna happen. Yeah, Daredevil is friggin' great, and Jessica Jones was friggin' awesome.
Fantastic.
So, I have high hopes for what's next. Is it
It is Iron Fist.
It is Iron Fist is next, right? I thought it was Punisher and then
so.
Iron Fist.
No, Punisher's not getting his own.
Punisher's
right.
separate.
Okay.
He's not getting his own show. He's just part of season 2 of Daredevil.
Alrighty. So. All right then. Anything to add? We're good.
No, I'm very excited.
I am too.
All the things. So that's the beauty about Marvel. In between waiting for certain shows, there's so much more to watch.
There's so much more, and they're building up to that big time now. There's going to be so many Marvel shows in the next couple of years that, yeah, I'm going to go crazy. Anyway, that's our show. Chrissy, where can they find you?
They can find me on places such as Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest at Cleomoto.
There you go.
Probably posting a lot of Captain America because it's like all I post on Pinterest.
We can guess her favorite superhero. John, how about you?
You can find me at No More on Twitter, and I just realized something that I forgot to mention was
What?
when friggin' Wilkes was like, you. At least we got to have like that last dance, and he's like, I guess it's better than nothing, and Peggy's just like, and I'm just like, How about that, Steve? Sorry.
Now
That was it.
kiss.
Steve? Who's Steve?
She didn't get to dance with him, you derps.
Oh.
Duh. Last dance is
I'm
important.
sorry. I didn't realize you were talking about that Steve. I thought you sometimes use a generic Steve, and I.
It could have been a generic Steve. We don't know.
Well, he's pretty generic about the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's all right. You can find me at Pillagrin there on the Twitters. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Gmail, Google+, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us there for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. TV shows, movies, and games. Almost forgot those parts. Thank you all for watching. Have a lovely time of day.
How dare you call Captain Rogers generic?
You mean Blondie McHot Dude? Yeah.